People. Que pasa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Yesterday I spoke about an incident and I name it. Watch the friends that you keep. Watch the people that you hire to watch your business. Do not have the wolves, the hyena, to watch the chicken cub. So in other words, do not hire thieves in your business. They will steal your product. They will steal from the cash register. They will steal just about anything that they can get their hands on. And most importantly, they will set up your business to get robbed, and they will set you up to lose your life. I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Stephen Runs, more affectionately known as Nain, that is in St. Elizabeth. A couple of days ago, some people, them run a bar, them run some sort of final send-off company, and in the area they have a couple of bars, and they have what they call a round robin. Now, this bar, in particular where the incident occurred, they hired a young lady in about her 20s or so. She's from Kingston 11 to be specific. So on that day in question, they had a round robin in the area. Round robin meaning that if you have 10 bars or so in the area, in a close proximity, this bar will have the round robin. The rest of 9 bars going to support that one bar for this week. Next week, them rotate it like that. So, the bar that the thieving lady works, it was not one of the bars that was keeping the round robin. So therefore, they close up their establishment to support the other bar that was keeping it. However, everybody live in close proximity. So pretty much the owner closed up them bar and they went to support the next bar, and the bartender was still at that bar. However, what happened is that this bartender brought in her man and 3 other gunmen. He was not supposed to go on the mission. He was supposed to lay in the cuts. He would give the direction, told them that, alright, this is the bar in question. They are going to have a round robin. However, everybody live in this lane. When them pack up the bar, they are going to bring the money with them, and then them are come back, them have to pass the bar to go home. So therefore, you are going to lay in the cut and lay with them, and whenever them come out, tada, shock and awe them, jump on them when they least expect it. However, what they did not expect is that somebody that is from the area who happens to be a licensed firearm holder. Not only is this man a licensed firearm holder, he has the skill of the SWAT. Him can pretty much pick off the wing off our ginger fly. So therefore, he is a good marksman. He goes to the range on a regular basis. He also do all sorts of SHOOTING practice. You ever see Olympics where they FIRE, the rifle, at some moving object that is moving very fast, look like a ace. And them people aim from a couple of hundreds of meters or so, and them split it apart. That is how good this man is. They would realize when they come. So pretty much the people them left, lock up them bar, went to the round robin at that bar. When they were coming back, the people them jump out upon them. However, there was the licensed fire piece holder, like me say. He heard the commotion, him know the ground, him know the area, him know the corners and crevices where he could hide and pretty much pick them off. In the first SHOOTING, the bartender Herman lost his life. It is said that a next man was trying to jump in some Subaru getaway car. However, he was not so fortunate. Him kinda drop out and them hold him. About 2 other men take with themselves. Now when I spoke about that incident, I said that the Popo must have heard some sorts of commotion. The Popo must have heard some sorts of loud EXPLOSIONS, and that alerted them. But people, here is what happened. While that round robin was taking place, some Popo was in close proximity. They were at some sorts of strip joint, that means some sorts of ladies club, where the women are whining and gyrating, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Them hear it, while them a touch up some PUMS and say, who that, what that, coming like some sorts of yard dog. That was when they realized that this place was under siege. This place was robbed because they heard the exchange of FIRE between the robbers and the GUN, the robbers and the lights of fire peace holder. Popo came in, quick chase. Them chase on some people in the Subaru, maybe about a mile or so away from Nain. It is said the chase and FIRE fight continued in a place called Gazeland, that is about a mile away. After the SMOKE finished, the 2 other men that were in that vehicle, that Subaru, they were conned. They were taken to the place of recovery. Don't know their status as we speak. So let's talk about how this just happened. It obviously was not any sort of setup. It was obviously some sort of inside job. Somebody was giving information, that somebody being the bartender. However, here is what happened. Out of the people that came to rob the place, 1 person lost his life. 1, maybe 2. I heard 2. It is kind of conflicting. That person, that DIED for sure, is the boyfriend of the bartender in question. It is said that when she realized that the boyfriend was one of those that was involved and get caught up, she could not console herself as she watched her man right there, BLEEDING out. He was DEAD. So of course the people did not need to pre her because it was obvious. Who set this up? This was some sorts of inside job. The bartender did it. The bartender is from Kingston. These men are from Kingston 11. Kingston is a very small place. Is our boyfriend. So therefore, you do not have to guess and spell who was the person, the motive behind all of this. Now people, let me tell you something, and this is based on conversation that I've had with many people that live overseas and especially in a Jamaica that hires Jamaican to monitor, hold on them business, especially bars. Whether in the garrison, whether uptown, you have to watch them like some sorts of surveillance camera. They are very slippery, they are slick, they are full of craft. Now people might wonder why it is that whenever you have a bar, you always look out for a bartender. She does not necessarily have to be browning. However, it is always a plus. You know that Jamaican frightened for uptown people, them frightened for brown people, and them frightened for foreigner, WHITE people. However, in the country, the same thing applies. Usually, people that have bars are quick to hire people from Kingston, people from St. Andrew to monitor their bar. That is because most of these women, them slick, them full of craft, them have the gift to gab, them can talk, so therefore they can influence people to buy, so therefore the sales is going to be up, on and popping. If you have a SEXY girl that is brown, and then she's a people's person, it always works to the advantage of the bartender. are the bar owner. So people, that is what happened. However, here is the thing, and this is based on experience that I've had with many persons that run business, whether them live at Jamaica or whether them live overseas. The result is mostly the same. Everybody always suffers from thievery. That means the people where them put in a them business establishment, they are doing 2 for 1 like Coley. That means whenever any money run, 1 grand for you, 1 grand for me. 2 grand for you, 1 grand for me. 3 grand for you, 4 grand for me. It is always divided, and people, it is not going to be equal, because you are the one that masterminded this business. You are the one that is investing in this business. You are the one that ends up after be paying this same thief. So therefore, that is what happens when you get the fox, the wolf, the hyena to watch the chicken cub. You're going to end up with a whole bunch of chicken being missing and only feather in the mouth of these hyena, these 2-foot puss. They are going to thief. It is in their natural instinct. They don't have a bone of honesty within them. And people, I am speaking in general. It does not apply to everybody. However, for the most case, whenever you ask anybody, what is your experience with your bartender? And people, I am going to give you a case in points. There was an article the other day in some sorts of newspaper, and this lady, bartender, was complaining. This bartender was taking out her liquor. So pretty much she have the top shelf liquor. This lady was selling the top shelf liquor and then replacing it with water. So therefore, she a cut it. She is mixing it. If you know people sell any sorts of drugs, she a fling all sorts of anisotol in it. That means she is bulking it up. However, the quality, it is not the same. Now people, as it applies to this specific bartender in question, remember, the people trust her. The people hire her. The people get her a place. She says she want furniture. The people say, listen, alright, we are going to put you up and you save and you buy your furniture, you buy your TV, you set up yourself. We know say you come from Kingston, so therefore we are going to give you a nice, reasonable place where it is safe, where you can save your money and better your life. Anything you want, you can come to us. People, these people that hired her, they are persons that are well respected in the area. They took this bartender in as family, like a daughter that they never had. And they gave her everything. They assisted her in every which way that they could. But people, like I've always told you, when it comes to these new generation of men, them not like for work. The women, them like for thief, them like for craft. You cannot trust none of them. None of them, none at all. This is the plan. A lot of these criminal men, these dons in areas, they get the browning, the sexy one, the ones with the voluptuous, perky, breastasis, and they send them out as a mold. So therefore, spot a lion is some sort of sexy girl in your business. Them watch the place. Them see how much money you are make. Who is picking up the money, taking it to the bank, meaning deposits. Them know whenever the kitty get PHAT. So therefore what they do, them lay and them watch and they communicate with their criminal-minded boyfriend, the Don, and them watch out your place. And then when you least expect it, them strike. And if it looks like you have any sorts of idea, any sorts of inclination that them set it up, they are also going to make sure that you lose your life, especially when you've been good to them because of ungratefulness, because of the demonic spell and the evilousness inside of them. They do not mind to set you up, get your place robbed, and get you lose your life. That has been the objective from day one. These people, they are not ambitious, they are presumptuous. They want everything and they want it like now. They don't want to put in the hard work and the dedication. They just want to reap what they never sow. And they don't mind you losing your life, losing everything. It is all about them and their cronies. What they are, a set of crooks people. When the people realized that this girl was bawling over our man, that she called in at the people place, they should have also gave her the Tarzan and the Jane justice. And I know a lot of persons are going to say this is controversial and you should not take law into your own hand. However, until you start making some sorts of example, sending a message to the others out there that have aspiration, these people are not going to change. It is in their gene, it is in their chromosome. Until you can pretty much BEATRSHOTRCHOP it out of them, they will not stop, as disturbing as it sounds. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. The link is going to be in the description of this video. Bless up.